Coconut oil. Hey Dad,
Yeah?
why do we put butter in our coffee?
Uh, well, it tastes great. We're keto. 70% of calories for people who are keto should come from fat. That's a great way of getting your fat. It makes the coffee taste a whole lot better, you know.
Should people who are not keto also put butter in their coffee for a good source of fat?
No, I don't think so. People who are high carb should not also be high fat because that'll just drive their calorie intake, you know,
Way too high.
The other thing that I personally take fat in the coffee, and you noticed I did that, going to the gym,
Yeah.
is that it's such a great pre-workout for keto people to have good fats along with coffee and caffeine prior to the workout. It just energizes your body, energizes your cell, makes good fats available for the cells to use for your muscle cells. So yeah, that's the other reason.
Sounds good. What if somebody who's on a high carb diet doesn't have enough sources of healthy fat? Wouldn't putting butter in their coffee also make sense?
Actually, this may be a little complicated of an answer, but people who are high carb, saturated fat and high carb is not a good recipe. Saturated fat is good for people who are low carb. For people who are high carb, there's some research that suggests that mixing saturated fat and high carb is not good for it.
Like fried rice?
Like what?
Fried rice?
Like fried rice, yeah, but usually fried rice is fried in non-saturated and
polyunsaturated fats.
polyunsaturated fat.
Nice.
That doesn't mean that's good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, because
It's just not the same.
It gets even more complicated.
Yeah.
But what was your question again? Is butter a good?
For people who are high
A
carb?
little bit of butter is good.
Mhm.
If you are high carb, you shouldn't also be high fat.
Mhm.
You should be getting just the necessary, the essential fats. The essential fats actually, butter is not an essential fat.
Right.
The fatty acids in butter are not essential fats, okay? The fatty acids that are essential are omega-6 and omega-3,
Right.
all right? And you should get omega-6 and omega-3 in small quantities from good sources.
Like?
Not corn oil in a big jug
Yeah.
for small amount. That's usually not a very good source of these essential fatty acids. Okay, so that's okay.
So because I was listening, I'm able to say that for people who are keto, putting butter in your coffee is a fantastic way to infuse your pre-workout with a bit of energy since you're on a low carb diet.
That's
For
right.
people who are not keto, putting butter in your coffee gives you a good source of fat, saturated fat, but it's not essential for your body. It's not as essential as omega-3s, or are not essential like as omega-3s are or omega-6s. So a better recipe would be to have olive oil or fish oil in your diet, but they probably won't taste good with your coffee. Well, thanks Dad.
Oh, sure.
See you guys next time. See you next time, Hazel, on another episode of Ask Dad.
Yeah, okay. Olive oil is not omega-6.
By olive oil, I meant what's wait, I'll come up with omega-6. I promise you.
Olive oil is mainly omega-9 fat. Olive oil has great nutrients.
Coconut oil? What's an example of an omega 6?
Olive oil, when you get cold pressed virgin olive oil,
Yeah.
it has great nutrients apart from the fat content.
My face
But
went
it's-
so red because I thought olive oil was omega
No,
6.
no, it's omega 9 and it's not essential. Okay. By the way, the word essential means it has to come from outside of the body, from food. Non-essential fats are fats that can be made in the body from the essential fats.
Right.
Okay. Only certain number of omega 6 and omega 3 fats are essential. EPA and DHA are the omega 3s that are essential.
Yeah.
Should I stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
The conclusion was flawed in one aspect that led to another 4 minutes.
Look, fats are very complicated. A lot of people don't understand them. Fats are really, really complicated. I don't blame anyone for not knowing what sort of fat they should be getting in their food. Seriously. Olive oil is great not because of the fat content in it, the type of fat in it. It's great because it has nutrients. It has phytonutrients, okay, from the plant that are really good for you. You should get omega-3 from fish, okay, EPA and DHA from fish. You should get omega-6, okay, from like nuts, just eating the nuts. Don't get the
That's
oil.
good with coffee.
Don't cook the oil. Don't heat it. The best thing is to eat a few nuts, and that's it. You don't need a lot of omega-3 or omega-6. You really need like a gram of omega-3. Believe it or not, just a gram and a gram. You don't need huge quantities, okay? Our body can do a lot with a gram of this and a gram of that, all right? For keto people, you need more. You need a lot more than these grams, a gram of this and a gram of that, because you're using fat as a source of energy. You're not using glucose, okay? That's the idea, okay?
I got that.
Okay.